to give you a little bit of background information to start off the process. Narragansett Bay has historically been a real hotbed for oyster culture, oyster populations. Back in the late 1800s, Narragansett Bay provided oysters for consumption across the country, and was Providence and Narragansett Bay were world renowned as a really select oyster for consumption. And then over the course of a number of years through the late 1800s, early 1900s, oyster beds were under private control and were fairly heavily fished to the point where they were damaging to the stocks. But at the same time, Providence was developing as an industrial center, so we had a number of water quality issues, and those and overfishing sort of contributed to the demise of the oyster in Narragansett Bay. And then finally, the crowning blow to effectively wiping out oysters in Narragansett Bay was the hurricane of 1938, which came in and basically covered all of the existing oyster beds up with silt, which effectively smothered the oysters out. So since that time, we've had these very short-lived, sporadic reoccurrences of oysters in Narragansett Bay, but have never really had any kind of consistent population or beds of oysters. And so when I came here to Roger Williams, which is about 8 years ago, one of the first things that we decided to do at the encouragement of some of the industry folks in the state was to try to reestablish oysters in the bay. And so we've been working on that mission since we got here, and have developed a whole variety of strategies that we're using now to try to reestablish oysters in the bay.